Hey everybody, welcome back to the shop. We got the TJ back up on the lift. So here's what's going on. I've been battling with this thing on the O2 sensor. I've replaced it. I put two new O sensors in it so far. And it just keeps throwing a code. The first time it threw the P0135 code. So I thought, okay, I tested it, I ohmed it out. It wasn't what the service manual says it should be, so I took it in. Let me rephrase that. It wasn't what the service manual for this Jeep says it wants it to be. So I took it in and replaced it, got a new one, same brand, put it in, and now I get the same 0135 code, plus I'm getting an overheat code or high temp code of a 0132. So after doing a lot of research and a lot of looking, and I tested that one too when I put it in. It actually ohmed even lower than the first one as far as on the resistance. So as I said, I've been checking into it and looking around, and what I found is I was using a Bosch O2 sensor. So everybody said get the NTK, the OEM one, and that the Jeep TJs don't like the Bosch. They only like these NTKs, which are just NGKs, but just a different branding on them. So funny thing is this one was actually cheaper than the Bosch. Not a lot, not significantly, but it's cheaper. So I'm going to take that Bosch out. We're going to return that one. I already checked with them. I can return that one as a faulty part because it's not working. We're going to ohm out this NTK one and see how it does. See if it's reading at the ohm reading that the service manual wants for this vehicle. But let's get in here. Let's pop that plug off, pull that bracket out, pull that bracket out. There's no bracket. Pull that O2 sensor out, stab the new one in, and see if we can get that code to stop coming back. Okay, so hopefully right here, this is our O2 sensor. Let's see if we can't get her unplugged here. Let's find everything. There it is. Unplugged. O2 sensor wrench on here. Kind of working by feel because you can't see nothing. You guys have a better view than I do, trust me. Alright. Good news is I've had this thing off so many times that it is definitely not seized on there. Everything kind of fell apart there. Yeah, I think we're loose. Yeah, we're loose. Got it out. Okay, so here's the one I just took out. Kind of interesting differences in them. Nothing I'm concerned about or anything, just different. As the bodies are definitely different. It's like the ends are definitely different. I mean, they are completely different there. So hopefully this is the one, this one here is the one I'm hoping is the right one now. This is considered OEM, so this is, I can definitely see major differences in them. And then the wiring harness on it is way different in length. So let's get this new one put in there. See what we got. Got the wire. I just tied the wire back off so it doesn't get caught up with everything as I'm trying to blindly stab this thing back in here. All right. Come on. Help if I could see what I was doing. Okay, we got her started. It's easier to start when you're actually turning it the right direction. Like a dummy, I'm standing behind it, turning it the wrong way. There it is. There we go. Thing up out of the way. This thing back on here. And tight. All right. Little blood vessel squeezing that tight enough. All right. Now let's get this plug. All right. Get that thing clipped up out of the way. All right, let's get this wire zip tied safely up out of the way. What is going on here? That needs a bolt in it. Okay. Let's see if we can find a bolt for this loose bracket up here. Okay, let's see if we can get up here and show you. There, okay, there we go. There's our new O2 sensor in. And then up here, right up here, that was a bolt that was missing out of that, holding that line on. So we got that out. I got it zip tied in place now, and the line's firm. So the wires are up out of the way, they're not going to touch the manifold. Exhaust flange is nice and tight. Exhaust is good. All right, let's lower that bad boy down here, and I'm going to clean my hands up, and then we're going to fire this thing up, take it for a little ride, see if it throws that code again. All right, we are off on our test drive so far. Still no check engine lights, no trouble codes popping up. Let's keep our fingers crossed that that holds true. We're just going to take a little short couple mile drive, nothing too long. Still looking good. Still no check engine lights. Engine's running great. So far, can't say that I'm not happy. All right, we got the test drive done. So far, no check engine lights. I mean, keep your fingers crossed for me on this one. I didn't realize that, but it's what I found that the TJs just don't, and I don't know if it's a Jeep, across the board Jeep thing, but the TJs from the forums I've been reading do not like anything but the OEMs, the NTK, NGK, whatever you want to call them, type of O2 sensors. So, yeah, I wish I'd have known that to start with, but not out anything. It's just other than time and a lot of effort and a lot of frustration. So let's keep your fingers crossed on this one. Let's hope that baby's ready to go. Summer's just around the corner, although you wouldn't know that today with it being 30 degrees outside and absolutely freezing cold. Crazy winds, the whole works. But let me get cleaned up here from this, and we're going to call this one a wrap. Just a short video. Thanks for watching. Tim, Headgear Garage. We're out.